Hello, everyone. Second time around. This is video 13 for the second time because lesson, if you're going to use your iPhone as a webcam, make sure you're in airplane mode. I froze in the middle of it. I kept talking and you could hear my audio, but not my visual. It was too long for me to be content with what the final outcome was. So here I am again. Thank you, Gina Carr, all the wonderful people. I'll just be quick with this. Barbara Barron, Jane Herron, Ian McNeil, Richard Faboti, Linda Sherwin, MJ Calloway, and all those who I'm forgetting. All right, let's get to it. Are there any coincidences? Some, but there are many situations where it's inexplicable. Let me give you some examples if you haven't already watched me. Sunday, I was working on some billing. I left my need in practice. It's about to end in June. Started in Central Mass, learning this new billing system. Very, very easy in many ways. Good. The therapy notes, I highly recommend them. But there's a lot of work around it and also a lot of in between as you transition from one site to another. I thought about my friend and past administrator, Tracy, thinking, well, I could use her help. 2 hours later, Tracy calls out of the blue. I have not spoken to her since February. Coincidence? You can think so. Okay, I happen not to. The next one, several years ago, maybe, well, when I say several, about 5 years ago, I had a client who had a relative whose son had a rather, not unusual name, but not your everyday. I said, oh, I wonder if she'll call him such and such, an abbreviation. I had a lovely client that had a child that name and called him the abbreviated version. I hadn't seen that client that I was referring to in over 10 years. I end with this client. I go to my voicemail, and guess who's on the phone? The client from 10 years ago with a child whose name is the same as my current client's relative. Coincidence? I happen to believe there's something beyond. You want to call it energy. I happen to believe it's energy in some form that we can't even slightly comprehend because we have human minds. And I think it also gives way to infinite intelligence, which Napoleon Hill addresses. And the fabulous Ian McNeil, I highly recommend you go listen to her podcast, Think and Grow Rich, on Saturday mornings, which I have not been able to see these past couple of weeks. I will try to get back. She's fabulous. She really helps break down Napoleon Hill's tenets, his principles. Now, this is the best one. Many years ago, I spoke to a medium. Yes, many people look at you like you're kidding. I've spoken to psychics before that have been right, but never mediums that saw my relatives from long ago. My father had died not too much earlier, so this must have been the late 90s. Must have been the early 2000s. And she's talking and saying some things. She actually did say I'd write a book, and I did, much later, but better late than never. In any event, my father, I asked how he was doing, and she said, well, I see your father with a white dog. I said, no white dog. We had a dog named Cupcake, who he adored, and she adored him. But Cupcake was black, a black dog, a beautiful black dog, with a few wisps here and there as she got older. So she said, white dog. I said, no, I didn't think about it. I talked to my sister a few days later and reluctantly told her I spoke to a medium. Now, again, we're all people of faith here, but mediums, So she said, well, I believe in that. I said, oh, really? She saw Dad. She said, yeah, I don't know if I told you right before Dad died, he turned all white. Cupcake turned all white. Isn't she beautiful? I almost fell off my seat. I've even told doubters about this. 2 years later, I spoke to the medium again. She goes, you have a dog. I said, well, we have two. This is my dog. These are my dogs, Winston Churchill now. And she said, well, he has something, one of them has something wrong with its front paw. She's right. He does. Coincidence or something that we cannot understand and explain? I say it's the latter. Not everything, and there are some coincidences, but some of these things, So I will give you fuel for thought. You think about it. Has anything like this happened to you? And have you said, no, this is just not that easy to leave as a coincidence? I'll also give you this statement that a client of mine said to me long ago. He said, Darlene, for those who believe that there is, no explanation is necessary. For those who don't, one will not suffice. I'll leave it to you to decide what camp you're in. It's your choice. It's up to you. In the meantime, have a lovely day. Bye for now. I'm glad the phone didn't go off, and I will make sure tomorrow it is in airplane mode since I use it as a webcam. Bye for now again.